Alrighty, everybody, welcome into the stream. We should be live. As you can tell from the title and thumbnail, in this stream we are going to be playing Roblox Twisted. I rolled an insane high risk, absolutely insane. One of the craziest, if not the craziest, I've ever seen. Obviously, we'll see how it performs. But we have 3,700 cape. We have over 700 SRH. Storms are going to be moving northeast at 78 miles per hour, and we have 0.8 inch PWAT. So that is going to be great for having good views of these tornadoes. So they shouldn't be too rain wrapped. Lapse rates are 8.4 in the first 3 kilometers of the atmosphere, so we could see some decently large hail. I know the microphone may be a bit muffled. Hopefully it's not too bad. So let me know in chat if it's cutting out. But I do understand that it's going to sound a bit muffled, and there's really nothing I can do about that right now. That's just how my setup is. The only other option is to switch to the other microphone, which is built into the computer, and that one might have more clarity, but it's often quieter, and you can hear the keyboard, and that gets annoying. So we've got 4 people watching, so for these of you just tuning into the stream, welcome in. Once again, an insane high risk and twisted. We have a 12-3, and then we have a day 2 high after that also. I doubt it would be nearly as crazy, but seriously guys, look at this. So, for anybody who does want to join, the server code, I'll make it big for a second. It is KA44K3. So for anybody who would like to join, use that server code. Wasn't expecting to go live, but when I rolled this, I mean, come on, you kind of have to. So we'll just put that in the top. Once again, anybody is welcome to join. Yeah, 72/48 due spreads is pretty goofy. I'm kind of nervous to look at where our first storm spawned. Okay, so probably not going to be the best, but also not the worst. Yeah, 80 miles an hour. So these storms are going to be moving quick. So probably going to see rapid intensification, but it's going to be really hard to deploy on these. So just for this stream, if you guys can see my balance in the top right, or I guess top middle part of your screen, I have 198,000. Today, I hit 1,070,000, but earlier I bought the Dow 6, and right before this stream started, I bought the TIV 2 2025, because previously, I used the TIV 2 2009, but now that I had enough to buy everything I wanted, and still have this much money left over for pretty much just repairs and gas, I really don't know what to save up for in the game. If we look at my stats, all I really want is to get my highest wind speeds up. But we've got 6 people in stream, so for those of you just tuning in, please be sure to like the stream. I don't think Roman is in here. That's Brody. If we start to get lag, I might need to turn down our graphics. But honestly, I don't know if I'm going to try to intercept this first storm with where it's going, so I'm going to use Dow 6 with probes. Today was my first time ever using any type of mobile radar in Twisted. I never used anybody else's, so it's kind of a learning experience for me. That was close lightning. but it is pretty easy to figure out once you get the hang of it. It's nice when you have a second account in the seat that watches the dish for wind speeds while you drive, because you can drive up to 30 miles an hour and still get readings. Yeah, I definitely do need to position ahead of the storm, so I'm going to race east and then probably go north. We'll definitely go north, but I'm not sure what road. I think the server code would probably be better off in the bottom. I just added that text because I didn't know if you guys would be able to read it in the top, so I'll put it in the bottom for now. Alright, so we got a hook now, and you can see a little bit of rotation starting to develop near Viroqua. And you can see now that we're out of that rain, we have a pretty good view of everything, so there's that 0.8 inch PWAT. So, do have some rotation. Looks like it's going to be going east, northeast, so probably not going to really hit anything. So I'm just going to do Dow on this one, unless we see some crazy intensification, but the first tornado of the day is usually not it. Bro, I don't know why you're freaking out about me needing to catch up. I'm in a good position. I just need to keep going east. The second that new storm comes, if it's anywhere not in this area, I am darting for that new storm. Alright, you are getting banned. Well, that's not my chasing method, but I'm in Dow 6, so like I have probes, but I'm not trying to get probes. Really just want to get a reading. I know who you are. I know who you are, the person who is trolling. Yep, just went from yellow to red TVS. Yeah, it was very out of pocket. And also false. Yeah, this is gonna have no time to intensify. It's not gonna get 200 plus really on that. So honestly, we just need to go a bit south to get the dish going. I'm gonna go one road further up. This is still our only storm as of now. Very small stovepipe tornado. Once again, for those of you just tuning in, please be sure to like the stream. For anybody who would like to join the Twisted server, it is a 12/3, an insane high risk. The server code is KA44K3. It's right down here in the bottom below my mouse. So I'm gonna get right here. I'd say that's close enough. I'm gonna park. And then we need to get in this seat. Okay, we're actually getting Winfield. So hopefully we're gonna make it. Uh-oh. Didn't think it was that close. Let's try to get a reading on this. Yeah, 120. It's blocked by this server code text, but watch in the bottom where it says no data. There you go, 121, 120. So that's what we're reading on it right now, and I'd say that's an accurate reading with our distance from it, so pretty weak for these thermos. Sam, you can use the code. If it won't work with the code, then I don't know. Because it'll let me in on my alt without adding him. Well, I don't know what to tell you if it won't let you. There's quite literally nothing I can do. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that it's in our best interest to head west. Well, there's our new storm. I was gonna head west either way to get there. Honestly, justified crash out. I mean, look at these thermos. What's up, Mr. Storm? Welcome in. And we still have a high risk after this too, guys. I'm trying to think if there's another time I've seen a 12-3. What's up, Popstar? Welcome in. Yeah, these are really rare. So I'm sorry that you have to miss out on it, but we don't have much going on yet. That tornado was a dud. Could go crazy off map. Can't remember the last time I got a 12-3. I feel like it's either an 11-3 or a 13-3. Like, 12-3s are pretty uncommon in my experience compared to an 11-3 or 13-3. It's like how it's so much easier to get either a 7-2 or a 10-3 than it is to get a 9-2. 9-2s are really rare for some reason, in my experience. It's really too early to tell, but that could be a Hazel Slabber. Put the server code back up for anybody who would like to join. Once again, I do apologize for the muffled microphone. I don't have my external microphone hooked up. The internal microphone on my computer will pick up the keyboard noise, so we're just stuck with the headphones mic. It's not the worst, but I need to turn our graphics down. I always forget that you can press M to open radar. Should start doing that. You sent me a pair of headphones with a good mic on Discord. Alright, I'll look at that after stream. Thank you. Who is this? I'm honestly going to go north here and then go west. We do have 6 viewers in the stream right now. We're at 2 likes. So please be sure to like the stream, guys. It is completely optional, but it does help me out a lot. It's completely free. You're gonna get back to game testing, Sia? Alright, well, thank you for tuning in. Good luck with the game testing. W Pop. Ooh, rotation southwest of Funkley. I try to do everything I can to make this less laggy. Without compromising the graphics quality. Okay, that should be a bit better. Close all the models that I had open. Yep, it is game over for Hazleton. Game over. Game over. Just dropping the Tory at this point. It'll be funny if it goes observed right as it's in Hazleton, because they do that sometimes. Like, if it moves slow enough, we'll get a Tory as it's approaching, but then it'll just be observed as it's on top of Hazleton. Okay, let's try fixing graphics. Alright, cool. Looks like it's not running too much slower. Alright, this is already orange TVS. So, once again, for those of you just tuning in, this is Roblox Twisted. It's a storm chasing game. You get southeast of it and ride it to Hazel. Yeah, that's fair. If I had gone to Prior Lake like I would have, it probably would have been there by now. And I'm going to switch to an interceptor once we get into Hazleton, but right now we need to be constantly in motion getting there. And once I'm in Hazel, I'll make the switch. Depending on this next high risk, how good it is, may or may not stay live for it. Once again, I was not anticipating a live stream tonight. But I am planning on doing a couple chill streams this week. Orange TVS, yellow. Looks like it's going a bit further west. Dang, 4 a.m. for you? Thank you for being up that late and watching the stream, your goat. I can't stop looking at the thermos. It's been forever since I saw 12 and 3 next to each other. Like that. Power is already out. Those traffic lights are out. Did it? Must have hit those power lines south of Hazel. I think there's some over there. Wait a minute. There may have been a weak tornado that came through Hazel, because this high risk that we're on was initially a day 2. It was a day 1 slight, but I knew that I needed to wait for it. Getting violent now? Yes, it is. Red TVS. Is that pink now? Yep, it's pink. Okay, so we're actually going to go north of Hazleton, and I'm going to switch to Tiv 2 2025. It'll be my first intercept with that thing. So we gotta make this fast. Where is it? Oh, there it is. I skipped over it. This vehicle has a really cool design. We're gonna try not to get this thing super damaged on the first intercept, but if we do, it's oh well. And we should get one more storm after this. So if this one's not good, it's not all hope is lost. Is that our new storm? Yep. Okay, so that's not the most ideal spawn. I mean, there is a chance we get a fourth storm, you never know. I do need to put probes on this thing. We're gonna get Toto because it lasts pretty long, and then a Twist X tower probe. Okay, whoever that is, you're an idiot. You spelt it wrong. That is fake. I don't think it was intentional to spell it wrong. They most definitely would have spelt it right, but YouTube shows your actual @ in chat now, like your handle. Okay, and this just shifted further east. It shows your handle, and he spelt it wrong, but on the profile, the nickname was my name, but there was a space between Twister and WX. Okay, we kind of have to go through this thing to get east of it. Expecting this to intensify, though. It's orange. You're kidding, right? Yellow? Okay, it better do the thing where it's weakening like crazy, but then it's going to become a mega wedge and go insane. Because come on. What are we doing? I'm going to probably cross the interstate and go north on the 48 for this. Look how fast that is moving. That is definitely quicker than 78. I'm going 110, and from my point of view, it's pretty much matching my speed. Is that doing what I think it's going to do? No, I don't think it is. That is the craziest sidewind I've ever seen. That's weird. Like, why is it textured like that? It looks like a sock, like a really weird sock. Okay, this is Thermos. It's a 12.3, but it's not verifying like one. It's a beam effect they use in studio. Look at that! I haven't seen a tornado move like that in a while. It looks like one of those subvorts coming off a tornado in 1.20. That was crazy. Okay, so I guess we have to go for this new one, and yeah, this is going to be Tornado of the Day. It's already orange. Okay, it's green. It's going to be violent. It has to be violent. If it's orange, it's going to go violent. Yeah, my poor FPS this game is already CPU heavy. It definitely is. It's really OBS. I'm looking at the Mac OS equivalent of Task Manager, and it's OBS that's taking all of the CPU power and RAM. I get a solid 60 frames on max graphics when I'm not streaming. Alright, we're gonna want to go east. Get 215. Yeah, mine, I could get a solid 60. Sometimes it goes up to 70 or 80 when I view it, but my screen is 60, so it's 60 hertz. But honestly, I don't care really above 60 FPS. I don't care about my frames that much. But when I used to play Fortnite on Switch and I got 30 frames on terrible graphics quality, believe me, I hated that. What's my PC specs? It's 8 gigs of RAM and it's a Apple M1. It's a Mac, so that's why. But I prefer Mac OS, so. Well, I wouldn't mind Windows if I could have Windows 10. A liquid cooled PC, that's pretty cool. I do not like Windows 11. Okay, so I don't think that tornado did anything off map. Dude, it's so hard to tell. I mean, I feel like I kind of have to intercept here because it's just going to keep going north off map. I mean, we might as well try. Let's just hope it goes crazy the next couple seconds. Probe. Okay, do we need to deploy? We're not deploying. It's red. 95. It's orange. 116. Alright, we got 116 max. That verified as, honestly, the past two 5-1s I've played have done better than that. Yeah, definitely verified. Alright guys, I do need to be right back. We're gonna wait for this next high risk, but I'm gonna put be right back on the screen, and then I'll be back in probably a minute or two. But that was not worth our time at all. Alright, so I'll be right back, everyone. Give me just a couple minutes. We're gonna wait for this next high risk.
The National Weather Service in Hazleton has issued a tornado warning for Cherokee County in north-central Keysota, Medina County in north-central Keysota. Doppler radar indicated a dangerous tornado on the ground near Andrusia. Doppler radar showed this tornado moving east at 70 miles per hour. Include Jamel, Andrusia. This storm is capable of producing strong to violent tornadoes. Take cover immediately if you're in the path of this storm.
Alrighty, I am back. So we've probably got about, give or take, a minute before we get the new thermos. But while we wait for those, I'm going to pull up the SPC because, as many of you may know, we have a day 3 slight risk area. Alright, so we have a day 3 slight risk going out for portions of eastern Texas, southern Arkansas, and northwestern Louisiana. So this includes Austin, Texas, Shreveport, Louisiana, Waco, Texas, Killeen, Texas, Tyler, Texas, and then that marginal risk includes the Dallas-Fort Worth metro, includes San Antonio, Texas, Houston. So there's that highlighted risk region. And if we look at the summary, you can see, I just realized the be right back is still on the screen. I should remove that. My apologies. But you can see on the summary, scattered severe thunderstorms are possible from later Monday afternoon into Monday night across East Texas towards the Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi area. A few tornadoes along with large hail and damaging winds are anticipated. So, as Kevin just said, conditional Eastern Texas slop 5%. Wouldn't call it a slop. I mean, we'll see what happens, but based off of what they've said with that summary, I bet they'd be confident enough to have at least a 5% by day 1. Ooh, these new thermos. It's funny how I was just talking about how rare 9.2s are. And honestly, this is more than likely going to perform better than the first one. So we're going to play this. I'm going to stay live for it. But we're going to need to occupy that time while we wait. So, yeah, once again, day 3 slight risk. That is Monday, November 24th. And then tomorrow we have a marginal risk. Less than 2% all areas for our tornado risk. So this is really just a damaging large hail risk. Typical for this time of year, 5% damaging large hail risk in western and portions of central Texas. So tomorrow, I wouldn't rule out an isolated severe thunderstorm with some damaging large hail. Alright, airborne. These thermos are more than okay, but we're only calling them okay because we just saw a 12.3 perform worse than some 5.1s. That is without a doubt the worst 12-3 I've ever played, because I played very few. Oh, but now there's a pink TVS off map. It's probably 300 plus. That's annoying. We'll see if we have any tornado tracks out. Okay, that was the marginal risk, or the slight risk that I played while we waited. Yeah, this was pathetic. Still waiting for that third tornado track. I bet you it's like a mile wide wedge off map now. That would be annoying. Honestly, just gonna reset and see where we end up. Hopefully Hazel, but probably not. Oh, surprisingly, we actually got the spawn we wanted. Okay, so we're gonna do some trucking jobs, just cause why not make some money if you can? Don't really need it. There's nothing that I want to buy that I don't have, other than if I really wanted to, I could buy Dom 1 and Dom 2 and Dow 3 and Raxful. I guess if I get enough money I can, but like I have the better version of all of those. And then the dealership, I have most things. Pretty much everything I want. So we're just going to save up money for the new 1.22 vehicles whenever that update comes. By the way, everyone, drop your predictions in chat for when you think the update's going to come. I don't really know. I would hope by Christmas time. We're going to go to the 10 strike truck stop, because that's like the grain deliveries, and those typically pay better for a similar distance in my experience. But then again, the Vero grain truck stop is southeast of Vero, east of Pestica, so they make it seem like it's closer than it is. I made a community tab post today with a poll asking if you guys would like to see more Roblox Twisted YouTube shorts, like whether that's drone shots or huge tornadoes. Obviously, I'm not going to make a bunch of those, but like maybe some notable tornadoes, like if we get a 220 slabber in a big town or something, I could make a YouTube short about it. So be sure to vote on that poll. Right now there's 15 votes. 33% said they would not like to see those, and 67% said yes. I went way too far, didn't I? Well, I don't see my dot. You're kidding. I'm going the wrong direction. So I need to pay attention when it's the dark. Well, I think there's a truck stop with grains. Actually, that might not be a grain one. Could be. But that's in Wabun, so we're going to go west and then north. Again, we're really just occupying the time between this, well, between the bust and then the new risk that is going to be coming soon. Storms that will come with it. So taking a deeper dive into that, we have just shy of, well, shouldn't say just shy of 700 SRH, more like just a little bit above 650 SRH. We have 3100 cape. Lapse rates in the first 3 kilometers are pretty good, and PWAT's 1.4, but we're kind of stuck with those goofy dew temp spreads. 78, 58. The last one was, I think, it was 78, 42, which is even worse. That hodograph is going north and then a sharp shift east. So the storms are going to be moving northeast at 59 miles per hour. Okay, I'm actually rage baiting myself. I went south. Gotta be kidding. But that is overall factoring in risk and how it performed. That's probably in my top 10 biggest twisted busts. Definitely in my top 10, actually, I would say. Top 5, maybe. Alright, here's our turn coming up. I know we don't have many people watching right now. It's probably because there's nothing going on. But for the 3 of you that are still here, I appreciate you. Just waiting out this new risk. Once again, there's our server code. Make that a bit more visible. And we've got a day 1 high risk. It's 4:43 a.m. in game, so storm should be firing within the next 5 to 10 minutes. So there's our thermos. And then we're going to go right here. So let's see where we can go. We can go to Viroqua, which, once again, that would be going from Wabun to all the way east of Peshtigo. I don't think that's worth it. Wabun to Mizpah. I think that would be better, considering that's probably actually in Mizpah. It might be that stop right there, but either way, that's pretty much just going a bit west and then south. So let's see the highest paying one for Mizpah. We'll go with this one. Okay, so I have 2 times income in Twisted, so we should get, my math is correct, around $9,600, give or take. I think 9,636 to be exact, if I'm doing that mental math correctly. So I'm actually just going to go south for now, and then eventually we'll go on a road west. So the sun is coming up. By the time we finish this delivery, we'll probably have a storm firing. And then I think once we get into Funkley, I'm going to go west on the 53 and then start going south on the Beltrami County 9. Very nice sunrise. Pretty photogenic. It's not one of those foggy mornings in Twisted that we get quite frequently when we're going from one risk to another. By that I mean pretty much any time when you're not playing the first risk of the server, which most of the time I am because I reroll until I get day 1 highs or day 1 whatevers, but then day 2 and 3 are highs. So we're going to go west because then that road will drop us straight south to Mizpah. I think these trucks, the grain trucks, have faster acceleration than the normal ones. And it's not going to be this first turn, but the second one. So once again, we are really just waiting for these new storms to fire. Not much to say right now. Just doing this soybean truck trip. There's no way that I seriously just did that. Dude, I hate when I get caught on those things so much. Because I'm not even actually touching it. I know that was a bad turn job, but it's just the hitboxes. Stupid stop sign. Oh wait, managed to get out. Sometimes you get stuck in that position and you can't get out. Okay, we're just gonna avoid the stop sign entirely. So we do have 3 people watching, 4 likes the stream. For those of you just tuning in, please be sure to like the stream. For anybody who would like to join the Twisted server, the code is in the bottom of your screen. I'll make it bigger for a second. It is KA44K3. Still got a couple people in here. We're just waiting for this new risk. Well, I shouldn't say new risk. We've got the new risk, but we're waiting for the storms that it will bring. We'll put that server code there. It's also in the top left right here, above my cursor. So for anybody who's wanting to join, wanting to see the thermos, we have 108 3K, which isn't that great for this risk. 657 SRH, which is what I think is one of the key factors driving this. And then kind of lacking on cape, still a good amount of cape, but that's another thing that I think is bringing this down. And then PWatt, not the best, not the worst. Temperature dew spreads are a little bit weird, but not as bad as 7842, like the 12.3. Okay, I hope. Never mind. I was gonna say I hope that that wasn't real, but that storm is, as of right now, forming off map. Should come onto map, but we really want things forming south of this line to have time to mature, like this area, unless they're gonna go east. But the photograph is showing north before east. The photograph does lie sometimes, though. There are outliers, especially in Twisted. It'd be cool if they added vehicle radios to Twisted, but I could see how that would get annoying quick. And there's so many songs that you can't even play on Roblox anymore because they had that lawsuit those years ago for music because a bunch of music artists had their music on there and they didn't know. And even then, I bet you a lot of it that's still allowed on Roblox would get you in trouble with YouTube for copyright. Are approaching Mizpah though. After this chase, we will be ending the stream. Sorry for not talking a lot. There's just really not much to say. Hopefully, we get things going. Honestly, I should probably change the thumbnail, but I'm not going to right now. Can change it soon because it is misleading. It says live playing Roblox Twisted, insane high risk, and then I put a circle around. Well, it's not a circle, but put that around the 12.3, and it did not verify as that at all. Dude, I'm not touching that sign. Okay, so I'm gonna race north for that in a second. Thankfully, storms aren't moving too quick. Just gotta finish this delivery. Not that I necessarily need the money, but it is nice to get it. 9,636. I think that's how much I said we're gonna get. Okay, so I'm gonna blast north in this, and then we'll switch to Tiv 2 if we're gonna intercept. We are running on 9% gas, because I always forget to refill this thing. That's what I'm gonna buy next, is probably Infinite Fuel, that Game Pass, because I have most of the other Game Pass. I think I have all the Game Passes except for Infinite Fuel and the Starter Pack. And obviously there's no point in me buying the Starter Pack. But I was telling somebody the other day, the only two badges in Twisted are the Starter Pack and the one for playing the game. So it'd be cool if they added some more badges. This thing gets pretty hard to control once you're going above 120 miles per hour. Just gotta get the cruise control perfect. Alright, we'll call that good for now. Okay, so with how it's looking right now, this could be a Hazelton Lakes thing. So we now have a tornado on the ground, radar indicated tornado warning, which includes Welchel Valley, Welchel, and portions of western and southwestern Hazel. That is I was going to say it's a very high-based mesocyclone, but let's say it's about normal. But look how high those tops shoot. Alright, green TVS. We should see this thing intensify pretty soon. Alright, this needs to verify. We cannot have two high risks bust on the same stream. Orange TVS. So, my current plan right now, I'm just going to keep going north until the Beltrami County 9 meets the Keysota 26. Then I'm going to head east on the 26. And I'm just going to be in the Bullhorn Prancer until this thing runs out of gas. We're at 6%. Once we get to 1, I'll switch over to my Tiv 2 2025. But I think I've got time to get there. Alright, so you can see the tornado. Looks like a nice stovepipe. Might be trying to sidewind a little bit. We should see pink TVS, I'd say relatively soon, if it continues to intensify. Yeah, so it is definitely a sidewinder now. You can see that sidewinding motion on the right side. Alright, new storm spawn. Now, tornadoes red TVS now. You're in it. Alright, let me know what you get on probes or meso. Okay, so new storm. It's actually a pretty decent spawn. It's in a similar area, but depending on the size of the storm, that one should be more on map based off how it's spawned, because the first one was like just pixels showing right here. That's a morning trail off map. Not 100% sure what I should do. I think it's best for me to keep going after this one now, especially because it just went red TVS, but also because this one should take a pretty similar path, unless it doesn't play by the rules. It's turning around, just doing the weird little loop-de-loop thing. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna make it to the 26 in time. We have purple pixel on velocity. I don't think we've reached pink TVS yet, unless I miss a scan. 104. Oh, there we go, pink TVS. Alright, I'm definitely not going to make it to this thing. Look at that, we just did a 180.
Severe thunderstorm warning for Beltrami County in north central Kisota.
Alright, I'm going to get in. I honestly kind of feel like doing Dow 6 for now. Alright, so highest I've seen, somebody got 104 on it. Please don't tell me this is another bust. We need at least one good tornado. Oh, it just shifted east, like the photograph showed. We have that going pretty hard north, and then that sharp shift. 106. Okay, so you have one intensity. I think it was only pink TVS for like one scan. Maybe I missed some others. Dude, these FPS are killing me. Yeah, I do think the tornado could do around 2. I think, I don't think we've seen peak with it yet. I mean, right now, yeah, black pixel velocity, that's peak for what it has been. But I'm just going to go with this new one. But black pixel velocity. So, looks like it's also getting a bit bigger. Let's change the graphics a bit. We don't need max at the moment. Gonna close out our SPC tab. Right, there we go. Funnel. I'm gonna hang around on the, I believe this is the 2. Yep, Kisota 2. So that might be a Hazel area thing. Alright, 166, so yeah, 4 intensity. Definitely intensifying. I should have kept going after it, but I got a good feeling about this one. Popstar reported a funnel. Tiv2 lofted, redeployed. Alright, so according to radar, this is on the ground. Those are pretty big velocities, so I bet you we have a cone tornado on the ground. You can't make it tonight, Tappy Gamer, that's all good. No worries. Have fun with your sleepover. I'm gonna go east and get out of this rain and try to get a view of this. Big wedge. Alright. Ooh, orange TVS. Okay. I'm gonna say right now, this is gonna verify. Looking at those velocities, I bet you if I turn my graphics up, I would be able to see it. Oh, there it is. Big wedge. Wedge tornado on the ground. Okay. I'm gonna try to get a reading on it. Huge tornado. That is rapidly intensifying. We should be pink TVS any moment now. We've got approaching white pixels on velocity. How is that orange? Huge tornado. Okay, we're gonna angle the dish, get it rotating, angle that a bit better. These trees might block it. Okay, let's watch right down here. 90. It is definitely stronger than that. It's obstructed. It's got time to intensify. I'm going to drop probes pretty soon and then get out of here. That's going to be 200 plus soon. Dark blue pixel. Big tornado. For anybody who wants to join now. Spawn in Hazleton if it'll let you. Otherwise, I don't know. But big tornado. Server code is KA44K3. It's a 9/2 risk. You can look at the thermos for a second. Big wind field. Getting wind effects. Look at velocities, dude. Okay. I need to drop probes. Can't tell if I went too far east. I feel like it's going to shift. We're just going to put one right here. And then I'll save one. Huge tornado. Yep, I need to go back. I know I shouldn't be doing this in Dow, but I want to get some probes down. 141. Okay, it's now or never for the probe. Okay, probe is down. I'm just going to try to get readings for a second. 131. Okay, I got to drive away. But I saw 130s on the dish. Oh, we're getting 100. I'm not going to make it out. I'm not making it out. Yep, Dow is gone. Look at the velocities. Okay, I probed a bit too far east, but still, 130, 134, 135. Based off those velocities, I would say right now, at least 180, 150, and that was my probe further east. 155, 156. I love how it's making the backing up noise. 163, 165, 167, 195. Please spawn me in Wabun. I will love this game forever. Even though I probably still will anyway. I love this game so much. Let's go, dude. That is so lucky. I mean, based off my experience with where the game will spawn you when you die, that could have gone so many ways. Funkley, Hazleton. 200? That is a barrel now. I'm already getting 90. I can't probe on that. Huge tornado. I'm getting 140. Look at my mezzo. I'm gone. The velocities just shrunk like crazy. But I'm just going to reset character. Oh my gosh. Come on, dude. Dang it. I'm getting wind effects in Hazleton at the news station. It's only 40, but you got lifted at 258. Dang it. That could have been my new highest intercept. It's 265, but the game says 263. Okay, I need to go south. Okay, there's honestly almost zero chance I catch that thing, but you can always try. I should have never tried to do Dow. Do have a new storm. they've all formed in pretty much an identical spot. I still hear the Dow backing up noise in my head from when I was lofted. You got 258. Still can't believe that pop star at 258. It looks like it's getting more tense. You're 2 miles away and still can't get out of your car. It's a huge wind field. It was right here where Popstar reported a wedge, maybe even a bit further south of that, and I was getting 90 on this road. Then it went to 120, and then it got up to like 140, and then I was gone. And I was a decent distance from it. Probably did some damage to my brand new Tiv 2 2025. That's alright. Need to keep a close eye on this new storm. That second tornado is still on the ground from earlier. Yeah, the 12-3 got overslapped by this. Look at that barrel, though. You got 258, you sent a DM. Alright, I'll look later, I believe you. I'm locked in on getting north for it. There's actually a chance for me to still get an intercept. I know I'm not going to get peak. I think we've already peaked. Let me turn graphics up just so we can see it. I don't think we have as big of a wind field anymore, would be my assumption. But still black pixel velocity. It is moving quick though. Getting 70 on Mezzo. Did it shift more east? I think it did. Oh no, I'm already getting 90. Oh no, dude. I might just have to deploy and watch Mezzo. Still a very large wind field. I am parallel with it right now. Okay, I just saw 100 on Mezzo. There is pretty much zero chance I get a probe down. At least in the direct path.
Tornado warning for Medina County in north central Kisota. Doppler radar indicated a dangerous tornado on the ground near Halnoid. Tornado moving east.
Okay, here comes the end of the road. I honestly just need to park and deploy.
Jamel. Halnoid.
Come on, park. Okay, we're deploying.
Heavy rainfall may hide this tornado.
So let's watch the Mezzo.
Difficulty C. Do not wait to see or hear the tornado. Take cover now.
Let me make the Mezzonet a bit bigger for you guys
Violent tornadoes. Take cover immediately if you're in the path of this storm.
so you can see it better. I think you're around the 150s right now. Okay, need to go for the new one. New one's already red.
National Weather Service Doppler radar indicated a severe thunderstorm moving east.
This is going to be the last tornado of the stream, and we're going to end it off. But I'd say today, verified. Yeah, your stats won't update if it was a subvort. My stats were like, um, the max I've gone is 265, and I have the probe proof, but mine says 263. The twisted stats are not accurate. I can't remember the exact size. I think it was 4.3 inch hail back when it told you down to the tenth of an inch. Maybe it was 4.2. Um, I know I have more than 70 intercepts, and I'm not 100% sure if my strongest wind gust is wrong. I think I've gone into the 120s, but I have the proof that I've gone in 265. The only stats that are pretty much guaranteed to be like accurate are the highest balance in distance driven. Intense tornado. This new one. It's already pink. Rapid intensification. I think I just need to stay on this road, because by the time I try to get even with it, it's going to be too far north. Who's about to get a good intercept? Ooh, airborne. Airborne is in a good spot. I might. Okay. I think it's needed to go. We need to go south right here and then go west. Somebody's right behind me. You're AFK. Black pixel velocity. You just need to go a bit west and place a probe. That's you. What's up? Vehicle are you in? Dom 3 it looks like. You're not even upstairs and you're gonna get slabbed. Yeah. Look at well, it's gonna be a bit further west of you, looks like, but still you're pretty close. You spent a lot of Robux, you didn't grind for it. Oh dang. Twisted is not really a game I spent money on currency on. I think there might have been like one or two occasions where I bought 5,000 just because I was too impatient to grind the rest out. But like, I don't buy money. I just have played way too much over the years. He just bought it though. That's funny. I almost spent Robux on candy during the Halloween event. In fact, I think I did buy like 100 Robux worth. You wanted the car? I mean, fair point. If you've got the Robux, you can. Okay, so black pixel velocity and white pixel.
Weather Service in Hazleton has issued a tornado warning for Medina County in north central Kisota, Beltrami County in north central Kisota.
Once again, guys, if you haven't already, please be sure to like the stream. It's going to be the last tornado of the stream. We've been live for an hour, 20 minutes. So, considering I wasn't planning to go live, that's pretty good. I can't quite tell if we need to go further. If we need to go further west, I think we just chill here and watch this next scan. Okay, we need to go a bit further west. Yeah, I hate nighttime too. I mean, it's hardly pink TVS. We're not going to get much unless it undergoes some intensification like crazy. So I'd say this overall it verified. I mean, the velocities at one point on the tornado before this one were pretty crazy. I guess we just like, I'm just going to put one probe here. We need to be a bit further west. Yeah, Brody's just trying to make himself seem like he's more experienced. It's not a competition, buddy. Damage survey after? Survey where? Where do you want to survey?
The National Weather Service in Hazleton has issued a tornado warning for.
Are you saying the 9/2 was a bust? I think it only verified because of that one tornado. That was because Popstar had 258 on it.
Tornado moving east at 60 miles per hour. Locations impacted include Halnoid. Weapons are extremely difficult to see or
I feel like I'm better.
do not wait to see or
I do better, like I play better when I'm not streaming. Partially because I'm not laggy, but also like just easier to focus.
heavy rainfall may flood the
Or that
city,
huge barrel
making
hit.
it extremely difficult to see.
Let's see if its track is out. It should be. Wait. Was that the 12-3? Okay, that one's still on the ground. And it's pink TVS. Okay, day 4 is the new day that just started. Day 2 was the 12-3. And yeah, like I was saying about the third tornado on the 12-3, it probably went crazy as it got off map. The wind field when it went off map was, let's remeasure that from right here to right here. Never mind. From right here to right here, roughly. Okay, that was roughly a 3-mile wide wind field. I know that's not it, but I was saying that the 12-3 risked the only good tornado. It got good right as it went off map. I don't think the huge barrel, I think the huge barrel's still on the ground. The only tornado from the 9-2 that's out on the tornado track is the first one, which was decently large. At its largest point, the wind field was roughly 1 point something 7 miles wide. But the huge barrel is still orange TVS off map, red TVS. So I'm not going to stay live for a damage survey, but I want to look at the path of the big barrel tornado that we had. So we're going to wait for it to lift. We gained 1 subscriber this stream. To whoever subscribed to the channel, I appreciate you. Welcome to the channel. Dude, that thing is still orange TVS. Appreciate you for subscribing, Popstar. Guys, here is Popstar's intercept. The 258 on the big barrel. There you go. There's his probe data. And that was the tornado that's still green TVS off map. Dang, it just weakened like crazy. So, should lift very soon. We'll be able to see that path. Still on the ground. It's probably one of the longer tornado paths in Twisted that I've seen. And there we go. Holy cow. Look at that wind field. So I'm going to measure from right here to right here. 2.95 for wind field. And then right here, 2.99 straight across that road. So to give you an idea of this, when the tornado was right here, I was getting wind field, and I was getting over 100. Dude, look at that wind field. That is insane. The funnel itself, the funnel is shocking too. 1.07 miles wide. But the funnels always look bigger than they are. And honestly, it could have gotten even bigger again when it went off map. Because it was pink TVS, and that doesn't mean just because it was strong it got bigger, but it could have seen a period of rapid reintensification, which resulted in um, growing in size again. But the path length, 11.88 miles, and we've got some EF3 damage indicators. Looks like Brody's surveying. So those are some buildings to the east of them. Yeah, I would agree with that, Popstar. Overall, I think its strongest point, obviously in terms of strength, was right, or width was right around here, 2.99, so 3 miles. But I think in terms of intensity, it was right when the velocity couplet went from here, this road, to roughly down here. It's on the stream. I can go back and look later. But with that being said, thank you all so much for tuning in for the biggest 12-3 bus I've ever seen in Roblox Twisted. If you are new around here, please be sure to like the stream and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all in the next one.